Hello, nieces and niestos. How are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista, and over here we do mainly things fragrance. And today we are here to talk fragrances. I want to share with you my fragrances and or fragrance combinations that I wore the week of May 12th. All right, so starting Sunday, which was Mother's Day, May 12th. This fragrance combination was inspired by one of my favorites, AI the Great. And this is a rose lychee cherry combination. Now, I don't have the exact same items that she had, but I tried to get as close to it as I could. So, what I did was I started off with the Sweetheart Cherry body cream, and this has wild cherry, crushed pistachio, and whipped vanilla. So I combined these two. Well, actually, it was three. So what I did was I put some of the cream in my hand, how in whichever order you want to, and then I added some of this love. This is rose and vanilla body oil. And then I added some of this. This is Amber Room by Sand and Fog. And some people say that it's a dupe for Delina, but not so much to me. But you do get that lychee and rose note. So I combined these three moisturizers, and this is a perfume oil. So those are the body care items that I use. And then I went in with these two fragrances. I went in with my favorite, one of my favorite Delinas. This is probably number two, I think. Exclusive is my favorite. But I went in with one of my favorite Delinas. This is the LaRosee. This is more of an airy rose fragrance. It's much lighter. It's watery, but you still get mild notes of that lychee. And I also combined it with the Eden Sparkling Lychee 39 by KayAli. So this added a little bit more sugary sweetness and a little effervescent to it. So that was my fragrance combination for Sunday, which was Mother's Day, and it was so good. Husband really enjoyed it, and I got a couple of compliments. So this was very beautiful, and like I said again, it was inspired by AI the Great. All right, so moving on into Monday. Monday, I wanted to wear this fragrance in isolation. I have worn it before, but I just kind of like wanted to refresh myself because I think I do want to add it to my collection as far as full size bottle. So what I wore on Monday, I wore the Carmina by Creed, and this fragrance has notes of black cherry. It has some rose de mai. It has some amber, and I think it has a little vanilla in it. But that's the fragrance that I wore on Monday, and I really enjoyed it. I used the last of my sampler. So this fragrance is so good. I was able to get two wears out of this sample, and I could smell this fragrance the entire day. So I do think that I will be adding this to the collection soon. So that was my fragrance for Monday. Now moving on into Tuesday, I also wore a fragrance in isolation. I've shared before in the past. Normally, when I'm wearing a fragrance in isolation, for the most part, is just for discovery purposes to see how well the fragrance perform and how I like it. So I don't want to add any additional fragrances as far as the body care or additional perfumes to change the essence of what the fragrance give on its own. So this is something that I picked up at the Sephora beauty sale, and this is Nette New York Pear Jam, and this is what I wore on Tuesday. This is a beautiful peary note. It's not like an airy, watery pear. It's a little different. And I wouldn't even say that it's more of a gourmand pear. To me, it just smells like a very tart, perfumey type of pear. And it's nice. I really enjoyed it, but I do think that I need to spend just a little bit more time with it, just to give a full, thorough, um, detailed review on how I feel about it. So again, this was my fragrance for Tuesday, and this is Pear Jam by Nette, New York. Now moving on into Wednesday. Wednesday, I started off with my Saltair Santal Bloom layering. I started off in the shower with the shower body wash, and then I went in with the body oil, and I also used the deodorant. This is so good, you guys. So those were my body care items. And then I went in with Father Figure. I had a travel size, and I think I've used it all up that day, I believe. It may be a little left, but I think the decanter is in my purse, so I'm going to put a picture of it. So I went in with Father Figure, and it's a beautiful fragrance. It has like iris, and it has some fig in it, but it's one of those very close to skin type of fragrances. And I topped it off with the 724 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and this is a very clean type of fragrance. Oh, this is so good. Really enjoyed it. I should have gotten this in a larger size bottle, but this was a blind buy and I was kind of reluctant. But this is really good. This is a really good, clean type of fragrance. So that was my fragrance combination for Wednesday. And moving on into Thursday, I started off again on Thursday with the Sweetheart Cherry, and I added the Brazil Nut body oil with it. Oh, really quick. Let me say this really quick. Trader Joe's now have this in stores, so check your location. Not the oil. They only have the body wash, the body creams, and the body scrub. So check your local Trader Joe's if you're interested in some of the Brazil nut butter products. So I went in with these two moisturizers. Then I went in with this pink Obsessed Fine Fragrance Mist. This came from the Bath and Body Works luxury line, and it's supposed to be an alternative for the original Donna Born in Roma. It has fragrance notes of blushing jasmine, cashmere praline with vanilla bourbon, and to me, you guys, it does smell a lot like the Valentino Donna Born in Roma. So I went in with that fine fragrance mist. Then I added the Valentino Donna Born in Roma. I don't know what took me so long to get this, you guys, but honestly, I'm disappointed in myself. Not too much because now I do have it, but this is an absolute beautiful fragrance. And I topped it off with just a little 100 Silent Ways from Nishane. And this was the perfect pair, you guys. It was absolutely beautiful. Really enjoyed this fragrance combination. And that was my fragrance combination for Thursday. Now, moving on into Friday, I started off with the Ultra Hydration Water Hyaluronic Acid Body Butter. I'm going to put a picture in the screen because I forgot to grab it. And I also went in with the Rain Fine Fragrance Mist. It's something new at Bath and Body Works. I went in with those two body care products. And then I went in with the Molecules 01 by Escentric Molecules. This right here is a fragrance that is definitely a skin pheromone type of fragrance, and I think it's probably different for every person, or you can use it to enhance other fragrances. So I went in with this, and then I topped it off with one of my favorites from Byredo. This is Gypsy Water. See how much I like it. It's just about gone. And once I'm out, I do plan to replenish this fragrance combination, you guys. Yes, it is a close to skin fragrance. It's a clean, aesthetic type of fragrance, but it was so good and it lasted all day long. So that was my fragrance cocktail for Friday, and I absolutely enjoyed it. Now, moving on into Saturday, I kept it very simple, you guys. I went in with this Twinkling Midnight Sky. I was just in the mood for it. This has fragrance notes of midnight flower, sparkling vanilla, and ice blackberry. This is something that I picked up at Bath and Body Works a couple years ago, and this was one of the Christmas or SAS release for December. And to me, it's more of a year round type of fragrance, and I absolutely enjoy this. And the fragrance that I paired it with, this to me is just an enhanced body mist, the Contemporo Sud Pacifica, and this is the Vanille Apricot. This is so pretty, you guys. The only thing that I have negative to say, not so favorable to say about this, is that it just does not last. So, and as a matter of fact, I used it all up. You can spray it on heavy and get maybe about 2 hours, but this is definitely one of those fragrances that you have to decant or carry the bottle with you. So that was my fragrance cocktail for Saturday, you guys. So those were my fragrances starting the week of May 12th. If you would like to share anything that you wore, if you have any additional questions about the fragrances that I wore, you can leave those in the comment section below. Share some of your fragrances. Glad to see you back. I greatly appreciate you all. And do not forget, you, yes, you are great. Bye bye.